Hi, I'm Raylyn Worcester, and this is Spreading the Word. That's word with a capital W, as in the written word, the Bible, and the word made flesh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to read to you another article from The Bigger Picture. This one is called A Fool and His Money. A fool and his money are soon parted, the ancient proverb says. Webster defines a fool as a person who acts unwisely or imprudently, and the verb phrase to fool as to trick or deceive. Did you know that there is a carefully orchestrated system in place to fool you into playing the fool and parting with your hard-earned money in order to enrich the unholy trinity of corporations, banks, and the government? It was conceived in secret, slipped in unnoticed, and is now fully functioning and highly successful. And the worst part is, it was presented in a way to make it appear normal. In the 1800s, when our money was on the gold standard, we had a fair economic system. You exchanged your labor for its value in gold. The value of your labor never changed, so your wage never changed. What it cost to produce a product never changed. In this fair system, as people became more efficient and productivity increased through innovation, prices decreased. When prices decrease and wages remain the same, you become richer. Sounds pretty good, right? This is a steadily depreciating system, or a depression. We have been deceived into thinking that depressions are bad. The truth is, depression is bad for banks, corporations, and governments, not for individuals. In our grandparents' time, they could put money away in a shoebox for retirement, and in 30 years, their money was actually worth more than when they put it away, and they could retire on it. Not so today. Why? What happened? After the costliest war to date, the Vietnam War, our nation was broke. It needed to raise money without raising taxes again. In 1972, President Nixon took our country off the gold standard. No longer was it required that our labor be exchanged for gold, or even that there be enough gold kept in Fort Knox to back the Federal Reserve notes that the government was printing as legal tender in exchange for our labor. The Federal Reserve Act, which was conceived in a high-powered secret meeting on Jekyll Island with bank CEOs and financier John Pierpont Morgan, and was voted in deviously in a late-night session of the Senate on December 22, 1913, when most of its members had gone home or had left town for the holiday, now enabled the government to print money without limit or constraint. This was the beginning of inflation. In today's society, we accept inflation as a normal fact of life. Inflation is not normal. We've been fooled into thinking it is. Inflation is the devaluation of money by creating it in excess. The value of goods doesn't change. How many dollars it takes to purchase it does. The price a corporation charges for its product is its income. The wage it pays the laborer is its expense. The corporation only makes profit when it charges a higher price than it costs to produce the goods. Without inflation, the corporations lose money. Take a look at any economic chart in the U.S., and you will see that for the first century and a half, prices stayed pretty much the same. They rose dramatically in 1972 and continued to rise thereafter because of the inflation caused by the unrestrained amount of money being printed and put into the economy. This purposely devised system of inflation causes people to spend more of their money for the same products they could previously purchase with less. This system of inflation not only causes more spending, but it discourages saving. No longer can we retire off of money stuck away in a shoebox for 30 years. With inflation of approximately 3% a year, in just 10 years, prices will be up 30%. The money you stashed away is worth less and less each year. It is impossible to save at 0% interest. To keep up with inflation, people are now fooled into believing they must invest their money. Webster defines investing as the expenditure of money with the expectation of achieving a profit or material result by putting it into financial schemes. They are not saving money. In fact, they would have to earn 3% interest just to break even. The next progression in this orchestrated plot to part laborers with their hard-earned money was the establishment of the 401k in 1978. This retirement savings plan, offered by many corporations as a benefit to their employees, is nothing of the sort. It is collusion between corporations, banks, and the government. This plan is named for the 401k section of the IRS tax code. Through the 401k, millions of people are taking money directly out of their paychecks, believing they are saving, and are gambling it on the stock market. If millions of dollars in new money is being pumped into the stock market every single month, the logical result should be a rising market all the time, every month. But the market still crashes sometimes. And people still lose their life savings and their retirements. They contribute their money every month, and the value of their stocks still go down. That's not an accident. It's a confiscation of their retirement on purpose. We've been tricked into a 401k. We've been told it's a savings plan for retirement. That couldn't be further from the truth. We are voluntarily giving up our money for some stranger to go gamble with. There is never a guarantee of return, ever. Gambling on the stock market is not the only way we are being cheated out of our hard-earned money with the 401k plan. The government has created this program, which allows you to put money directly from your paycheck into the stock market tax deferred. People think they aren't paying taxes on this money, but the truth is they will pay the taxes. Not today, but 30 years from now. Which tax burden do you think is going to be higher? 30 years from now, because of inflation. So, besides gambling our money away, we're also paying more of it out in taxes. Once we realize what a raw deal we are getting with the 401k, what is to keep us from closing it out? Rest assured, there's a plan in place for this contingency as well. The government discourages you from pulling money from your 401k before you retire through hefty early withdrawal penalties. During the last stock market crash, millions of people watched their retirements go down the drain because they were afraid of the penalty for taking their money out of the stock market and putting it in a safe place. After doing the research for this article, I closed out my 401k. About half of the amount earned will be taken in penalties and taxes. So how much did I really save? I also intend to combat inflation by spending less, shopping more wisely, and saving without investing. A fool and his money are soon parted. It's a true proverb. Here's another one. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. From here on out, I intend to make it more difficult to part me from my money. Did you know all of that about a 401k? Nearly every person who works in corporate America has a 401k as a benefit, where they put their money with no guarantee of any of it still being there when they retire. More people need to be made aware of this. They need their eyes open to what is going on. We're being duped into thinking we are getting a benefit when our retirements are being stolen from us. Help me spread the word. Share this video with others who need to know. And please, like and subscribe. And in all of these ways, you can help spread the word. Thank you. God bless.